Good morning again, everybody. It gives me great pleasure to introduce this beautiful man, Jim from Breathe Stretch Float. Jim is the proud owner of Breathe Stretch Float in the heart of the CBD. His mission is for everyone to leave his business feeling better than they did when they arrived. The business launched in August 2019, just before our very interesting start to 2020. He runs Breathe Stretch Float with his awesome partner, Joe, who teaches yoga and hosts sound baths and energy healings in the business. His burning desire is to see his parents and sister again who still live in Scotland. Jim says he's generally an open book, so if you don't know something about him, it's because you're not meant to. His key to success is you're on some of the people you surround yourself with, and that's why this room is filled with successful people. Take it away, Jim.
Hey guys, Jim from Breathe Stretch Float. Within this room, we are great at talking about our business. But what we probably don't do, and it's partly because we only have such a short time, is we don't really speak about our why. So today, most of you guys have all been at our business. Even most of the visitors, I think, have been clients at some point. So a lot of you have a real good grasp about who we are and what we do. So really, this is about my why. When I was younger, all I wanted to do was to play ice hockey. I did that sepia colour because, look, really, I'm not that old for that. So I actually got quite good at it. At the age of 14, I was playing senior National League, men's league. Played for Scotland. Left home at 16 and moved to England to play in one of the top teams in the country. Played for Great Britain at under 18 and under 21 level. Yeah. So played for lots of different teams all across the UK. Played a lot, and one of the things that anybody who's involved in top level sports will notice or remember, you become pretty used to your body. You rely on every aspect about it. You become body confident. In some way, your body and your abilities physically define you. That is part of who you are as a person. So 1993, joined the police, bit of a career change. But again, something that you have to be confident in who you are, how you are, and your physicality. Specialised in things like drug units, so under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, we had a thing where we tried to at least do 3 or 4 warrants a week on drug dealers. These are people who have got guns, people who are high-level drug dealers. 2005, I find myself joining SAPOL, South Australia, and it was great. The weather was lovely, it was a hell of a lot better than it was in the UK. Then things started to change. In 2008, my perception of who I was, what I was, my very core, it changed. Because I was diagnosed with a degenerative neurological condition. It affected my movement, it affected a whole raft of things. So those simple things that you take for granted, eating, drinking, shaving, I've got a beard. All of that really changed for me. I was no longer in control of my hands, certain aspects, sometimes my voice shakes, various other things. So who I was very different. And I realise now that I was actually mourning the death of the person who I was. All of a sudden I'm someone completely different. I am not that guy. So I've got to look forward to getting to a point where perhaps I might not be able to feed myself, not be able to do all those simple things. So what happens in 2012? I get diagnosed with a second degenerative neurological condition. So I'm a police officer and I find myself shaking more than the people I'm arresting. That is not the way it would look, right? So for me, my mental health, my physical health was absolutely terrible. I have 2 kids under the age of 3. So I get total and permanent disability. I leave the police and I am at home all day, every day with 2 kids. I've got no social network. I've got very little else going on. I'm in a foreign country. I got to a point where it was pretty low. And one of the things that happened was I started looking for help, looking for answers. And what I generally found, lots of people want to sell you shit. No one cares if it works. Everybody wants your money. Come along, there's a cure for this. You've got this, we will prey on you. Come along, come along, come along. No one really cares if it works. So I got really low, and Then my marriage spontaneously combusted in 2016. My mental health went through the roof. No job, no career, soon to be no house, soon to be very little money. I got to the point where my mental health was so low, I left the house one morning, and to put it bluntly, I didn't intend going back anywhere that day. I thought, what am I going to do? This isn't right. I've got to do something. So I went to a doctor, and this doctor was really good. He discovered that I had severe depression. It's no shit, Sherlock. So what really changed for me? Well, a trans conversation with a cousin of mine. She's in Northern Ireland, she's a trauma specialist. She taught me about two things, havening and float therapy. Havening changes the biology of the brain, particularly to do with trauma. And it's float therapy lowers and balances things out in the body, makes you feel more relaxed. So for me, that was kind of like a light bulb moment going on. So I decided that I wanted to start a business that would connect with other people because I was lonely, I was afraid, I had all those things. So that's when I got the idea of Bruce Stretch Float. Fortunately, not long after that, I was fortunate enough to meet the wonderful Joe. They gave me the kick up the arse to actually do the business. And that's when we created Bruce Stretch Float. So when we speak about our why, when I talk about Bruce Stretch Float, I say, why not? Thank you, guys.